Hello, everybody. It is Saturday, the 30th of July. Now, I really want to make 3 videos today as a trail of thought that should bring me to a point where at the moment I wouldn't know where to go from there anyway. So, and just to bring an understanding of what we are, what we're in, a new perspective of ourselves, out of which will hopefully grow a new way. So, and really something that occurred to me this morning where it became very clear to me what they are doing, how they are working this thing, the way of tribulation. But as I said, probably in the 3rd video, when I finally will come to that. But right, let's start with what is now. And considering the forces of the cosmos and nature. And really, I keep saying to my friend, know your gods from your creator. They are 2 different things. And when I was speaking about the forces that the Egyptians and the others saw, the one that regulate the cosmos, again, I did not know my gods from my creator. So let's just rerun this very quickly. And that is the teaching of Jesus, that the creator is the giver and that it gives to all its forms and there's no judgment in it. It will give to a form according to itself. So there's one thing that is happening. Creator as the uncreated. The uncreated energy that will give, will migrate toward something that is created and give to it. So that is one force, that is one thing that's happening. But then we must look at the created form, which is also created out of the uncreated. But once it takes form, once it takes form like a planet, like a plant, like yourself, not only does it receive, but it actually gives out. And there is the important bit. The created forms create an energy according to themselves, and they give out that energy. And that is a very important point. And then in the end, what regulates the order of the cosmos is actually not the uncreated. It just gives to the different forms without judgment. But it is the energy that is exerted by the created forms and that interact with one another. That is what creates the order. And this idea of a created form, a created ball of energy, that has become unique in itself, a unique energy in itself, and that the uncreated energies would migrate toward it to give to it. You can actually see that in this world, where you have those that have defined themselves and that work according to a definition of themselves, that they would, first of all, exert their energy on everything else around them. And you can also see that the undefined energies, that is people that have no clear definition of themselves and they're just floating about, they will be impacted by this energy or may even be drawn to that energy to become according to it, to receive of it. So there is a cosmos where you look at it, 2 different energies, the defined and the undefined. all made out of the same stuff. But as I said, there's a big difference between the defined and the undefined. And there comes the thinking that if you are a defined form, not only do you have an energy that you can exert on everything else around you, but your energy can receive, made greater by the undefined. So it is not the view of there are gods or great bodies in heaven, or whatever way you want to look at that, and they exert their energies and you are a slave. They affect you. There's no doubt about it. They affect you. But you are not a slave of them. And it is not that you cannot create, exert an energy out of the definition of yourself. Yeah, you are but dust. You are but dust. You have nothing of yourself. You know nothing. You can do nothing. You are just impacted by the energies of the things that are greater than yourself. And that is not true. You do exert your own energy. Problem is that if you have migrated toward one of the big balls and you've become according to them, you are no longer exerting your own truth. You've become part of that energy and you're exerting that energy. But that is not how it has to be. You have a choice. You can become an I am in your own right. Yeah? And you can exert your own energy. You do not have to be a slave. Right. I leave it at that. This is probably a very short video, but I leave that as a foundation of from where I'm going next. And that is, what is the I am then? How do you define an I am? Because you need to define yourself to be an I am. You need to define yourself, not being defined by the other energies or becoming a part of another energy. But you need to separate yourself. You need to define yourself to become an I am. And how do you do that? What is actually involved? From what I can see now, that's probably not, mostly, it's not all. Say it like right now, it's not all. But just what I can see. And that's what I want to talk about in the next video. This is, how do you define an I am in yourself? You become your own kingdom within. And out of that, you exert, you create. How do you do that? What is involved? So I want to talk about that in my next video, and also thinking about definitions of God. What is God? Because that's very important, how you view what a God actually is. But I'll talk about that in my next video. And I'll see you in a few minutes. Bye.